You think you're in control, but you're really not. That's how it's designed to make us feel. Like we're in control. I control this thing. No, no, no. This thing controls you.
Social media use is linked with mental distress, self-harm, and even suicide.
You're looking at your social media, you've gotten a bunch of attention from some sort of post or likes or whatever it might be. We do know that you can get these bursts of these feel-good hormones, neurotransmitters in your brain. Does that then change your brain somehow, make it more tolerant so that it's harder to get joy?
About 4 weeks ago, about a month ago, I decided to delete all the social media apps from my phone, like that, cold turkey. After going on it like 6 hours a day for the last who knows how long.
Why'd you delete them?
To be honest, I was fed up. I was fed up with how much of my precious time that I was spending on these devices. It makes us think we're in control when we're really not. But it makes us think that we are. No, I want to go on social media. I want to check my Instagram. I want to check what's new. I want to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. No. You're addicted to it.
Hey, can you quit Facebook for a week? And you're like, of course I can. I just don't want to. That's the same answer for alcohol, smoking, like all these things. It's the exact same responses.
This isn't an anti-social media video. I'm not banning it for my life forever, and I don't think any of us should. However, I do think we would be way better off as a whole if we learn how to significantly lower our usage of it. Because there are many benefits to social media, ones I've experienced firsthand. I mean, my YouTube career depends on it. It's a source of income for me and for many others. I've met people on Instagram in real life who have become great friends. But there's a fine line, a very fine line between just the right amount and too much. The more you go on it does not equate to more benefit. And I think the law of diminishing returns applies here, where the more you go on it, the more harmful it actually starts to become. It gets to a point where you find yourself on it for hours a day and not even realizing it. I think people forget that Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, that they have customers. It's the people buying the ads. And what are they selling them? They're selling them our data and our attention and our time. So the more Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter can get us to spend our attention and our time and give them our data, what we're searching, what we're doing, our activity, they can get more companies to spend money on ads. Yeah. So that's how it works. It's a business. It's designed to make us want to stay on there. Every time we check it, we get rewards, we get treats, we get hits of dopamine every time we check it, which is exactly like a cocaine addict or a gambling addiction. You are gonna go on there, you get a little reward. Okay, it's gone. You got the reward. You saw the DM, okay, but now you want another one. Okay, now I want to refresh the feed, see if I need any new piece of information. The likes are dopamine hits, the DMs are dopamine hits. So what are the potential negatives of social media? Well, these are different for everyone, and it depends what stage of life you're in and how your mental health and your productivity are at a baseline. I'll go over 2 common negatives that I think apply to most of us at some level. First, negative comparison. Online, you're constantly seeing what other people have and what they're doing. Now, I'm a fairly confident person. I love myself and I understand my own journey, but even then, seeing everyone's highlight reel on Instagram multiple times a day, every day, you instinctively begin to want those things as well. And even if we're not doing it consciously, I think it happens subconsciously. Comparison is a motherfucker. Slowly, over time, building a background hum of depression and lowered self-esteem for many, many people. Then there's the hours of wasted time spent consuming random content. If you open up your screen time or app time in your phone settings, you'll get a reality check for how much of your precious time you're using up on these apps that could be spent doing something more productive or valuable, like learning something new, playing with your kids, or how about sitting with yourself for a solid 10 minutes to check in and see how you're feeling. When's the last time you did that? I really have been, I think, the most productive I've been in a very long time these last 3 weeks from deleting social media from my phone. I can actually get something done fully with intensity and then move on to the next thing. So much time is reclaimed from doing that. It's crazy. I get more shit done. Things have been better, but overall, I'm just so much happier. Like there's just so much calmer things. There's no background hum of anxiousness, you know? There's just these moments of like, I don't know what to fucking do. I'm just gonna go on my phone, right? It's like, no. I can breathe.
Yeah, 'cause a lot of times we're bored.
Yeah.
And even though we just got off the phone, it was like, oh, I'll just go on the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
I was refreshed.
You put the phone down, it's like, I was on the phone for like 30 minutes or whatever. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, you're like, maybe I should go do something. Yeah. Maybe I should start working now. Let me just check Instagram first. And you were just on it. right?
Or you go and you set up your computer, you set up, you know, whatever it is that you're gonna work on.
Open up your documents and shit.
And then right before you start.
Hold on, let me just do this first real quick. And then I'll do that. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. And it's so normal now that I don't think people are not conscious of it. It's completely it's a reaction, it's a habit. The brain is driving these muscles to go here and want that dopamine hit and want that notification. Once you realize that you don't need it, you realize, whoa, there's so many more things I can do. It seems like the days are longer. It seems like you can get more done. It seems like you can think more clearly. So if you haven't taken more than a week off of social media, I invite you to try it. And if that makes you really uncomfortable and you think I could get off for a week, but I just don't want to, then maybe you're the person who should take at least 2 weeks off. See, the goal of this isn't to eliminate it forever, but to realize that we don't need to check it 98 times per day like the average person, but instead maybe a healthy 2 to 4 times per day. It puts you back in control of these platforms instead of them controlling you. For most people, it's really, really hard to just have 2 cookies and stop. When it's the end of the day and they're home from work and they're tired and they had a rough day, to have just 2 cookies because they fit your calories or whatever is hard to do. You can't just have 2 cookies because you're gonna want a 3rd and a 4th and a 5th and a 6th, right? That's how those foods are designed. That's how social media is designed, to make you want more. Those foods are hyper palatable. They have carbs, sugars, and fats to taste so fucking good that you want to eat more. Social media is designed to hit all those different receptors in your brain to make you want more. You can't have just 2. You can't just have 5 minutes of social media. You want to go on there, and once you're in that loop, you can't fucking break the loop. It keeps going, it keeps going. So what's the easiest thing to do to help manage that and to really make a step forward and to actually progress yourself towards something better is to just get fucking rid of it and completely ignore it and completely get away from it until you realize, okay, I can do without this. Maybe I can reintroduce it back into my life in a more healthily controlled way. Perfect moderation is really, really hard to achieve, right? Like, to perfectly control how you use something or how you consume something is hard to do. And a lot of times it's just easier to just not do it at all. But you can't have 5 Doritos. You can't. It's impossible to have 5 Cool Ranch Doritos if the whole bag is right there, right? So when a lot of people are trying to lose weight and they say that they're addicted to sweets, what do people usually do? They go on a no sugar diet. They go on a ketogenic diet where they can't eat those things. I didn't eat those things at all. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna have just total abstinence from these things. I'm just not going to engage in it, because then once I start, I'm already hooked on them. I'm just gonna want more and more and more, right? With social media, I'm fucking addicted to it. I don't tell myself that I'm addicted to it because it's designed to make you think that you're in control, but when you're really not, it controls you. So you think you're in control, but you have to realize, no, fuck, I need to get off this thing. I need to quit. So I quit eating all the junk food. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go keto. I went for 2 years, total abstinence away from junk food and sweets and all these things. And then now, fast forward another 1.5 years or so, here I am. We just ate 2 brownies out there and I'm not dying to have more. You know what I'm saying? I've learned to control it. Get the fuck away from it for a little bit, and then you can slowly introduce things back into your life with more control, because staying away from it lets you realize, oh, I'm fine without it. I don't need the sweets. I don't need the sugar, right? I'm at a good place now. So now I can go have, a couple Oreos, and like, I can have 3 and like, I'm fine. If I want more, I'll have more. But it's not like, oh, fuck, I had 3, now I'm gonna have to eat the whole box, right? It's a more healthy relationship. Same with social media. Delete it from your fucking phone, because it lets you realize, oh, wow, I don't need it. Matter of fact, I'm better off without it. Thank you very much for watching. If you found any value in this video but have not yet subscribed, go and click that subscribe button. I saw my analytics. Most of you who watch my videos are not subscribed, so do me a favor. If you found value, if I help you in any way, any entertainment, whatever, click the subscribe button. It really does help the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to leave me your thoughts down in a comment below. Have you gone off of social media for a while? What benefits did you see? What negatives do you see from consuming social media all the time, if any? I'm really curious to hear about your journey and your experience. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you very much. Have a good one.